My lawyer and I are going to demonstrate that if the plaintiff was assaulted in any way, let that be in a playful or a malicious manner, what the hypothetical outcome could be. All of this is just hypothetical and is yet to be proven in a court of law. This is just a demonstration. Test 1. Sandbag test. This test will only contain one test. The test will be showing Fortune getting hit off the cliff without moving at all, just to get a starting point. Test 2. Movement test. This test will contain two tests. First, you will have Fortune moving away from the cliff face manually and then running back towards the cliff face. The second test will have Fortune only heading towards the cliff face. Test 3. Thoughts and concepts. This test will contain an explanation of the idea of if the plaintiff was hit off. Test 1. Sandbag test. In the clip, you can see that if the plaintiff was hit off, he would have only taken 2.5 hearts of damage and have fallen only 7 blocks. Test 2. Movement test. In the first clip, you can see that if the plaintiff was hit off and even moved towards farther off the cliff and then returned back towards the cliff, he would have only fallen 5 blocks and took no damage other than the first punch. In the second clip, we can see that if the plaintiff instantly moved back towards the cliff, he wouldn't have fallen a single block and taken no damage other than the first punch. Test 3. Thoughts and concepts. Looking at someone face on while they are wearing an elytra makes it practically impossible to see the elytra. We should also mention the plaintiff's outfit at the time was a skeleton skull, golden boots, and iron leggings, usually accompanied by a chest plate or an elytra. Now with this in mind, we know that the plaintiff usually wears some sort of clothing on his chest, whether that be an elytra or a chest plate. Looking at him head on, seeing him without a chest plate, you would assume that the plaintiff is wearing his elytra, as he also just used it to get to our location. So even if the plaintiff was hit off, he could just glide down to safety.
The area the plaintiff accuses my client of pushing down was on That Guy USA's property. That Guy USA has a set of 6 beacons which gives off effects such as resistance and regeneration. And in the case of the injury, it would be healed in seconds.